One of the events of the summer every year is when Scott Barrett releases his draft guide at Fantasy Points. Every year, he leads people to winning their fantasy championships. Also, super useful in best ball, by the way, though. Last year, he announced Jaden Daniels as his Exodia quarterback. He was super in on Bucky Irving to be that year's Kyron Williams. He was in on Chase Brown, Rashee Rice, Malik Neighbors, all the players that you needed last year. Of course, some of them got hurt, but all the players that you wanted last year were in Scott's article as some of his favorite players at cost. He just released his draft guide for this year this past week. So Scott, fresh off doing all of the research all summer, researching hard, did the draft guide. Now, he's not going to give away all the goods on this stream because it is behind the paywall at Fantasy Points. By the way, you can use promo code flannel at Fantasy Points to get access to that guide for, I believe, 10% off. Check that out if you haven't already. I'm going to be back with Scott in a minute. Let me just do a quick tell you about the Draft One Get One promo at DraftKings. I'll be back with Scott after the promo. Football season is right around the corner, and there's no better way to lock in your fantasy dominance early than with Best Ball on DraftKings, where you draft once and ride your roster all season long. And right now, DraftKings is giving all customers a can't-miss offer. Draft One, Get One. Enter a lineup in the $15 million Best Ball contest for just $20, and you'll score another Best Ball ticket to play free for a share of $15 million, giving you a second shot to win big. It's easy. Just draft your team once, no weekly management required, and let your top scorers automatically start each week. Across the whole season, every breakout star, every clutch play, every touchdown will count toward your quest for a share of $15 million. Download the DraftKings Daily Fantasy app now to draft your $20 Best Ball lineup and get a second ticket to play free for a share of $15 million. That's two chances to win big without ever setting your lineup again. Draft one, get one. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Scott Barrett. There he is. There is the man, the CEO of Fantasy Points, who just released his draft guide with his Exodia players. Scott, before we get into it, I just have a question. What is the difference between an Exodia player and a Power Law player?
I guess it's kind of the same thing, ideally, hopefully. Yeah, for those who don't know about Yu-Gi-Oh, those who have had sex, who are not as nerdy, yeah, it's basically in this card game. If you collect 5 of the Exodia puzzle pieces, you automatically win. And that's ideally what my Exodia players are, which are like the most mispriced players with league winning upside. And so last year, if you combined Chase Brown, Bucky Irving, Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, Rashee or Godwin, if they stayed healthy, whatever, like you auto win, right? Not all of those were my like predefined Exodias, but players I was super high on. And so ideally this year, it's kind of the same thing. You just, last year was really sick for like the quarterback analysis for start sit leagues, non-best ball. It was like, you only need to know the name of one quarterback, and that's Jaden Daniels. You take him a round or 2 rounds early, and that's it. I don't care about Patrick Mahomes. I don't care about Brock Purdy. You just draft Jaden Daniels at the end. This is easy. I have an Exodia quarterback this year. I don't think it's as potent probably as Jaden Daniels. Maybe it is. But tight end is like that. I'm like, you really only need to know the names of 3 tight ends, only 2 if you don't have a league on ESPN this year. And so Jaden Daniels was pretty close to being a power law player, just like the one of the best cost adjusted picks you could make. I would say Jamar Chase was like the archetypal power law player where he outscored the next closest wide receiver by 80 fantasy points. He was just such a potent edge. I know he was expensive in drafts. It just didn't matter. He was just that much better than everyone else. And so Exodias usually are like, it's too easy if I name a round 1 through 4 guy in Exodia. So I usually start round 5 later, but yeah, I don't know. Hey, what's up, Neil? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for football season finally being almost here, ready to be doing outside the box again every Saturday, starting in like less than a month. Yeah, I'm excited. How you doing?
I'm really excited. I was watching Jackson Dart shred the Buffalo Bills in preseason. He's going to be for sure one of our DFS targets as soon as he's starting. He averaged more rushing yards per start over his last 2 or 3 college seasons than Drake May did in his last season. So underrated Konami code guy, Brett Whitefield's QB1.
I literally just dropped him in my keeper league this morning, or I last night. I guess I picked up Keaton Mitchell and dropped Jackson Dart. So it's an unlimited keeper league. So it's like he would have to be like really show a lot this year to be worth keeping next year, because like I'm not going to keep my whole roster. But immediately today I'm like, maybe I should have waited on that. I didn't realize he was playing today. As a Giants fan, I imagine you're excited about him.
He's just so much better than Russell. Like, what are we doing here? But yeah, it could be like he doesn't start till week 8 or something.
Yeah. Oh, you think like that to you is like
I don't know. I'm trying to like weigh the like, because it's not what coaches should do rationally. Like it's not, it's all about self-preservation. And so like, what is in Dable's self-interest? Is it to like push it up Dart starting until week 14? So he's like, oh no, I need an extra year because we didn't get to see what I could do with Jackson Dart. We only got those like 5 games. Or
we're about to be on the clock, so let's make our pick and then continue your thought on Jackson Dart. And I uploaded the fantasy points rankings here, which are not Scott's rankings. I'll sort by ADP here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Lamb I think is a really strong pick in best ball. How is
Lamb goes? So now it's Gibbs, Jefferson, McCaffrey, Neighbors.
Okay, yeah. So I like Gibbs here personally.
Okay, let's do that.
How is DraftKings different than Underdog?
So 20 rounds, full PPR, and you also get bonuses for 100 yards receiving, rushing, or 300 yards passing.
Okay, and it's 1 QB, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex.
Yep, the same there.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so it's full PPR. I think is like the biggest difference as far as how we're going to evaluate players.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jackson. I mean, it's saying that Russ is their guy, so I've been like a little bit concerned about. I don't want to draft a ton of Jackson Dart because from what they're telling us, they don't want to start him this year. They'd rather just start Russ. So it's like if Russ does well at all, do they just keep running him out there? I don't know. So it's
again, it's all like Dable's self-interest. Like if you're rational, you don't fuck around with Russ. Like we know what he is, and it's not good. Let's just let's see what we have in Dart. Let's have him come along. I mean, maybe with this offensive line, you're worried about like him developing bad habits or hurting his confidence, but I don't know, dude. I would just start him week 1.
Yeah. By the way, for people who are not familiar with Scott as a best ball player, so we did some streams together last year, and the most memorable one was one in which we kept on. So Scott drafted Josh Allen as a potential power law player. We kept on getting Bills players to fall back to us like around after ADP, and Scott said, "Nah, we're not going to stack them up." So that's Scott is not as concerned with stacking as most.
Well, that was your best team, right? Or it was one of your best.
It did not end up being my best because we had some big injuries that really held us back at the end. But for most of the year, that was my highest scoring team. It advanced to it was like my maybe 3rd highest by the time the regular season was over.
So that was my biggest take last year was Josh Allen was the most mispriced player in drafts. And I still really feel in these tournament style best ball leagues, highest end quarterbacks are super underrated. This isn't a start sit league thing. This is a best ball thing. And I felt super vindicated because what was it? Week 13, he scored the most fantasy points by any player in any game ever. He had by DraftKings fantasy points, it was 54.9 fantasy points. And then the following week, he scored 44.3, which is like the 30th most by a quarterback ever. And so just imagine if he did that during week 16 and week 17. Are we on the clock?
We are just about to be on the clock. So Chase Brown goes. So it's Lad McConkey, Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving, Josh Jacobs.
I'd take any of those 3 guys. Can we see projections where we rank by projections?
We don't have time to do that. We have 11 seconds left.
I would click Tyreek as just like a fuck it YOLO tournament style best ball league. You really want to lean into that upside. And I know it's like, yeah, he could suck, but it's like, okay, then this wasn't a team that was going to win $2 million, right? So you want to lean into that 0.0000001 percentile outcome. And like Tyreek to me is the ultimate upside wins championships pick in drafts, where you see it in the Vegas odds, right? Where his He's fifth best odds of any wide receiver to lead the league in receiving yards, but then his over under is like 16th, 18th.
Right.
You know, it's like 300 less than Drake London, though they have the same odds to lead the league. I think Adams is like a really good safe pick. I think, you know, Hampton is a strong, if we wanted to go running back.
Yeah, take your pick.
So I would probably go Adams.
All right, let's do it. So we've got Gibbs, Tyreek, and Adams so far. Yeah, I'm keeping my hands off this one. I'm letting Scott make the picks. Worked out well when we did that last year, so let's run it back.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, I have zero familiarity with drafting, so I may be like denying my projection somewhat. And I do think best ball is really a different game than these start sit redraft leagues. Like, you know, in that format, I'm very much like bell cow or bust. But in best ball, I'm way more content to just take a quantity over quality approach, and like these sort of, like, if Travion Henderson is in the James White role and Ramondre like clears him in touches by a significant margin, it's not great for start sit league, but in a best ball, like that doesn't really matter.
Yeah. No, yeah, it is a pretty different game. I know, like, you're super into Christian McCaffrey, for example, in season long, I think.
Yeah.
But then in best ball, like the risk of a zero, like it's like you just lose if he does get hurt. Like, injury risk players, if they get hurt, it's just like the risk is much greater that you're taking a zero.
Again, in this format, the risk is nothing. Like, if CMC gets hurt, then it's like, okay, this team didn't win $2 million, right? So you take that. Like, the value of McCaffrey's upside is so much more valuable than his downside is detrimental in this format, where the odds of you like realizing your edge, it would take like, what is it, like 25 years is what Jake Tribby constantly talks about. And so like it's like a DFS GPP, right? Where it's just, you're trying to get first place. And so I would be very overweight Christian McCaffrey in this format. I would be very overweight Tyreek Hill in this format, because you want those power law potential players. And it's like, okay, if they get hurt, you blew money. But guess what? Like 99.9999% of these entries you're blowing money.
True. All right, so we're going to be on the clock at 44. We have one running back, two receivers so far. We've seen all the elite, the top four quarterbacks go off the board already, which you don't always see here. Sometimes you'll see Jaden and Jalen Hurts come all the way back to late fourth round. I've got both of them at the.
I think in best ball you could call it a big five. Okay. The spike week value in a Burrow. In start sit, it's a big four. In a best ball, I think you can call it a big five.
All right, so these are that we're not on the clock just yet. We're going to be in two picks, but just to familiarize yourself, this is by ADP.
Yeah.
And if you want to see the ranking, I can do that too. So this is Fantasy Point ranks.
Ugh, this is
ADP.
Ugh. Wait, go back to Fantasy Points ranks. Awful. We're way too high on Waddle, way too high on Xavier Worthy, one of the worst picks you can make in drafts. Way too high in Metcalf. I got to talk to.
We are on the clock now, by the way. Got 20 seconds.
I would take
left.
Kenneth Walker here and or Burrow, but Kenneth Walker probably. I'd feel really good about that. You saw George Holani go off, right? So it's just, let's see Kenneth Walker in the George Holani role.
George Holani? What are you talking about?
Preseason?
Who's George Holani? Oh, exactly. I'm not watching. Okay.
Let's see what George Holani did. He went the F off.
Gibbs, Hill, Adams, Walker. So the actual Fantasy Points rankings, that's mostly Dwayne, right? Is that Dwayne and Chris, or who does those?
Who the hell is Dwayne?
Oh, sorry, I'm Graham. It's mostly Graham. I always get Dwayne McFarland and Graham Barfield mixed up for some reason.
Yeah. It's Chris and Graham. I've told Chris multiple times I think the Worthy projection is way too high, but I don't know. Doesn't want to listen to me, so this is what it is.
Yeah.
There's a difference between projections and rankings. We always have that cop out, but I don't know.
We do. I did pull this up too, by the way. We can start looking at this. We're only 3 picks away, but if you want to look at where you have players projected, we could flip back and forth if that'd be useful for you.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at the players available. So again, this is the fantasy points rankings here. ADP is like this.
Burrow's still there is nice.
You want to go unstack Burrow? I mean,
Hell
I'll do it for you.
That's
If
my,
he's
that's
your
my MO, baby.
Trevian Henderson is rising up boards, I assume. But do you want to just do Burrow? Is that your?
Yeah, I would take Burrow. Yeah. Just as long as we don't stack him, that's the key.
God,
no, we can
I hate
do,
it so much.
We can do Jasicki's really interesting. When T Higgins went down, you remember from DFS, Jasicki was putting up like wide receiver 1 numbers. So that's a potential stack. You could do a Jermaine Burton. I kind of don't think there's too much upside there without an injury. I just think it's so condensed with those top 2. But
if are you, I mean, you say Gesicki, but like, does Noah Fant concern you there?
Not really, honestly.
Okay.
They kind of used Jasicki as like this just big slot wide receiver, which was kind of cool. Which is apparently how they're wanting to use Higgins this year, is more of a big slot. But yeah, just looking at Joe Burrow DraftKings fantasy points, he scored 40, 38, 37, 32, 30, 29, 28. So in like half of his games. So he has that big ceiling, which again really matters in this tournament style best ball format.
Can I give you the counterpoint there from a best ball perspective with Burrow? Is if he puts up 40 points in the fantasy weeks, teams are going to have him. Like, there's no way that Burrow does that without Jamar Chase and or T Higgins having a huge game. I mean, it's very unlikely that he does it without one of them having a huge game. So we'll be competing against a bunch of teams that have Burrow paired up with one of those guys.
Yeah, but how many of those teams have Tyreek? And like, what if Tyreek has like a
Tyreek could just outscore those guys. That is the reason that, I think that the reason I'm willing to do it for you to take Burrow is that
I think you're mostly right, but it's also like round 5 Burrow is like a sick value. There's probably not a lot of round 5 Burrow. Maybe there is. I don't know.
He rarely on DraftKings falls past the Higgins drafter. Like, sometimes he'll get past the 101, but then the Higgins drafter will usually take him there. So I do think that it's pretty rare. On Underdog, you can often get him at 72, 73.
Yeah, it's also just fun to just screw over the Higgins and Chase drafters.
Yeah, I mean, there was no way they were going to get him to come all the way back. Like, that doesn't happen.
You only needed 2 more to go to the Higgins guy, right?
No, he was before us.
So he passed him. Well,
he passed him. Yeah,
he's an idiot. Screw that guy. All right, let's go back to ADP because I have no idea. Yep. Pearsall in round 6 seems kind of early on Pearsall. No,
it's not uncommon.
Okay,
but I mean, if you think it's early, then all right. So RJ Harvey.
I mean, it's just early compared to ESPN ADP, but I love RJ Harvey, so that's cool. I'd take that.
All right, I like that. I've been mostly taking RJ Harvey over Trevion Henderson all summer, and right now that's not looking good because I think Trevion Henderson's going to move up boards quite a bit. Where are you at on those two? Because they go right next to each other in all drafts, and I often split the difference based on bye weeks, but I think I've been defaulting to Harvey more often. Where are you at with the rookie running backs?
Yeah, I for sure like Harvey in start sit. I think in best ball, I might like Trevion more, just explosive playability. So, I mean, you saw it. You saw him return that kick.
Yeah, pretty sick. Like I said, I think he's just gonna.
I think people are wrong on him. People think he's just gonna like cuck Ramondre. I think Ramondre gets like 200 touches this year, and even if he deals with fumbles, you see Gibson get more work. To me, it's like Trevion Henderson is like rookie season Jahmyr Gibbs, where he's just like super efficient, unlimited touches, and he's awesome.
So here's ADP again.
I would take Judy. I would feel great about that.
Oh, I forget you're a big bull on the Cleveland offense. Who are you hoping for to be the quarterback there?
Well, Flacco is huge for Judy. I think, once Flacco's out of the picture, it's worse for Judy just because of sort of route running technician, hitting him with anticipation in the open field. When you have like a lower caliber quarterback, I think we see like Cedric Tillman, David Njoku working in the short area of the field and, jump balls and stuff like that. But I mean, you just look at what Judy did in the second half last year. Only Jefferson and Chase had more receiving yards, so that looks like a pretty strong value to me in the best ball format. He was like top 5 in routes run last year. He's pretty talented, so I like that.
He's one that I think he gets like pushed down because he's on Cleveland, and it's kind of like the uncertain quarterback situation. So a lot of people are like, all right, we're trying to build out for like who can we stack up with later, and it's like I don't really. There's no Cleveland quarterback that I'm comfortable taking because I don't know who it's going to be. So I think he like gets docked a little bit for that reason. Yeah, but I think we have enough stacking options, and we already have Burrow, so we're looking good. By the way, gotta acknowledge chat. What's going on? Best ball on call. Best thing to have on second screen right now. What's up, Vic? Good to see you. Hartman, good to see you.
What's the first screen? Preseason?
I assume it's preseason.
Okay.
Or porn. It's either preseason or porn. Peter Porker says Scott knows fantasy. That is very true. Let's see. Bruce, good to see you. Scott, the beard. Yeah, I don't think you had a beard the last time we streamed together.
Oh, is that right?
I think you had just clean shaven. Yeah.
Wow.
Scott is in fact a naked Burrow guy. Yeah, it's not just the running quarterbacks. You're willing to do it with the throwing quarterbacks as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the stats in the draft plan, but it's like over their last 30 healthy games, only Josh Allen has more fantasy points per game than Burrow, and it's only by 0.8. And then if you look at all these quarterbacks and you just take their highest scoring 50% of games, Jalen Hurts, I love Jalen Hurts. Lamar Jackson, I love Lamar. They're not coming close to Burrow's spike week upside. And so, yeah, like I said, in the best ball format, I really do think it's a big 5.
Yeah.
But in an ESPN like home league, it's a big 4. Just the mobile quarterbacks are a lot safer. They have more week to week consistency, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I felt good about that pick.
All right, let's take a look at the players available.
But I'm also not a best ball bro, Neil.
I know.
I'm not like you.
You're not grinding the best ball all season. All right, we are on the clock with the next pick.
I think Addison's a great pick. I think Mixon's going to be a value if he falls. I mean, we don't have a tight end. I actually don't like Hawkinson. Fuck that. But Addison, Mix. So here's sources for you, Neil. My source in Houston says it's a 30% chance Mixon misses week 1. But I've talked to a bunch of physical therapists and doctors, and they're like, when a running back deals with the foot issues he's dealt with, like, I want no part of that.
Yeah, that's a 30% chance he misses week 1 is like, I've been kind of working under the assumption he's going to miss at least week 1. So 30% that he's going to miss week 1.
And look bullish. At the running backs that are like going near him.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's like Jordan Mason, my guy. You got Jalen Warren, like that's kind of the range he's going in right now.
Yeah, a bunch of committee backs where it's like Mixon was getting 20 plus touches every single week last year.
Well, he might come back to us here. We'll see.
We could take Hawkinson and go with the JJ McCarthy stack.
Yeah, I mean, we can at least hope that we're going to have that available to us. Okay, Hawkinson goes. So here's Mixon, Mark Andrews, Tyrone Tracy, Jalen Warren, Tyler Warren.
I'll give you the pick. It's either Mixon or Njoku for me.
Oh, we could build out a Cleveland thing. We don't have a tight end yet.
I told you I'll let you make the call here, Neil. So it's
all right. We're doing Njoku.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, Mixon like could I guess Njoku could too. Yeah, he could fall all the way there. The same is actually true of Njoku, though. He falls quite a bit sometimes.
So how many DraftKings drafts are you going to have done by the end of the year?
Probably 250 or so. I'll max out the $20, and then some of they have like a cool $59 contest. I'll have a few in the $555. Yeah, we'll see. What's up, Drew? Drew says, miss seeing the two of you on a screen. Not gonna read the second comment. No, just kidding. You see me all the time. I'm not even offended. I don't know who you're referring to. CH says that's interesting. We've heard other guys in Houston. I thought he said the other guy saying Mixon is done. Don't know who to believe anymore. I feel like that has been the most common analysis I've heard.
I will tell you, I think it's the best guy in Houston.
Is saying that he's done. Yeah.
No, the best guy in Houston is saying 30%. That's what he's telling me. And Neil, I think you know who it is. I think I've told you before, but I will say he was very bullish on Mixon being fine, and then we got some negative news. He said that came as a surprise based on what he was telling me. And I followed back up, and he was like, "Nah, 30%. Team's not worried. Mixon's camp isn't worried."
Huh.
I'm just telling you what I heard. I'm not a.
All right. I off the top of my head, I don't know who this is. I feel like you have told me before, your Houston source, but I'm not remembering who it is at this point. Maybe because I don't know them. Maybe it's because I don't know who the person is. I'll ask you later.
Yeah, I'll just.
And he still has not gone, by the way. A run on running backs. Still no Mixon off the board. Okay. I won't comment anything. All right, let's see. Just tuning in. Happy to see my favorite fantasy / DFS duo together. Can't wait for I can't wait for Outside the Box. It's coming so soon, Scott.
I can't wait. I really can't. I keep like coming up with stats or working on articles. I'm like, oh, this would be huge for DFS. I just have to file it away. It's not DFS time yet.
Have you started working on any like week 1 DFS articles or anything?
No. I'm like updating my redraft rankings every day. Takes a lot of time. Oh, we have a very special surprise for.
Wait, we're on the clock. Wait for after we make our pick.
You got it.
Anybody you like here?
Drake May, Mooney, Loveland.
Let's go Drake May.
Okay.
Easy to backstack with Drake May. All right. Sorry, you can continue. I just want to make sure we got our pick in.
Yeah, we have a very special surprise for Fantasy Points all-in subscribers, probably Monday. So I would say check your email on Monday. Very special, secret surprise. I don't even know that I've told you about this, Neil.
You have. I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So people sign up today using promo code Flannel to get access to it. Will they have access to this surprise?
Yes.
Okay.
It's for all-in subscribers only, at least for right now, and it's going to be next week. I think it's pretty cool. But we'll see.
It's probably pretty cool. It's probably
one of the best perks of being an all-in subscriber is if we come up with any new tools or anything like that, you just get it automatically for free. So that's what's kind of going on.
All right. So this is by ADP. These are the Fantasy Points ranks.
Q. I would take Ramondre probably, or Kirk.
We have 3 running backs, 4 receivers so far. What do you say?
What about tight end? Are there any tight ends by ADP coming up?
Well, we got Njoku.
Yeah, but
no, not really.
Goddard or Ferguson. All right.
Who's your preference?
We're
getting Stevenson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably, you know what? If I was being honest, I probably would have preferred Bigsby there, but.
Oh, really? Okay. True serum take.
Maybe. I don't know. I just got all discombobulated for a second, but.
I actually don't know the answer to this question. I don't know. You and I have not talked about cage match. So I'm not sure. We have not talked about it. So yet
I really hope so. I was just kind of assuming we would just do everything. I mean, we have to have a meeting on in-season content plans, but I loved everything that you and Jake were doing last year. So I was hoping we would just run it back.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down to do it again.
Help out some charities. What was your final record, Neil?
Pretty sure I finished above 500, but I don't remember the exact record.
And Jake?
Yeah. Jake, I think got 2 wins on the year.
Man,
maybe
a
only
wild
one, but
run.
I think he got a second one in the end.
All right, let me see this team. Can we just scroll up to the top
Yeah,
and
yeah.
slowly scroll
Let's
down?
take a look.
Because I forgot everyone that we
Well,
have.
I can let's go to our. If I go here, we can see this
Oh,
by
nice.
position. So we have Burrow, Gibbs, Kenneth Walker, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Jerry Jeudy, David Njoku, R.J. Harvey, Jordan Addison, Drake May, Ramondre Stevenson. So we have 2 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 4 receivers, 1 tight end. Pretty balanced so far.
So wide receivers and tight ends for at least a while, I think.
Wide receivers and tight ends. Okay. Yeah, we do have 4 running backs, and they're pretty good. And we could now, because we have Burrow. Probably don't need to stack Burrow with anybody in the short term. We could start trying to stack Drake May potentially. How do you feel about like Kyle Williams?
I like Pop Douglas.
Okay, better than Kyle Williams.
Yeah, but I think Kyle Williams is also fine. But I really like Pop Douglas for best ball.
I've drafted a ton of Pop Douglas, so I'm happy to hear you say that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just he goes pretty late, so it's pretty easy to take him.
I might be going on a road trip with my wife tomorrow to Louisiana, which is like 2.5 hours from me.
Wow. What's in Louisiana?
From me? An hour and a half, maybe. I don't know. I got to put in my GPS, but just so I could place a bet on Travis Hunter to win MVP.
I thought you already placed that bet.
Yeah, 200 to 1, but they actually lowered it to 300 to 1. So
oh man,
I wanted a piece of that. Yeah, Jay got it.
Double down. Did you really?
Yeah.
Dylan Sampson goes. Where are you at on the Cleveland backfield?
Shit, I don't know. I didn't like Dylan Sampson. And someone was looking at my ranks and they were like, "You might be too low on Jerome Ford." And it's like, am I? Because like, even if he gets that, like he had a beautiful run out each of the last 2 years and like didn't do anything with it. All right, click on ADP for me. This is good value on Justin Herbert, man.
Justin Herbert falling quite a bit.
Scroll down. I'm only seeing 3 players. It's like not fair to me.
Here's all the players. You can't see all these players. Keenan Allen was there if we wanted him.
Yeah, but his ADP is like 160, right?
I'd
rather take Ferguson and hope he falls.
Would you rather take Herbert, Ferguson?
No, take Ferguson.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is what I was annoyed about is my only best ball take all offseason was that Keenan Allen was the best pick you could make. And you didn't listen to me. He's now
I did listen to you to an extent. I was taking him for a while, and then I talked to some other people, and I did not remember that you had told me that you like Keenan Allen. I remember that like I liked him for a while, and then I talked to some people who were like, "No, he was really bad last year. You can't take Keenan Allen." And like, where would he go that you would actually the best like reason that I didn't take him is people were saying like, well, where would he go that you'd be really excited to take Keenan Allen? And I was like, I couldn't think of anywhere that was great. And then he lands with the Chargers, and it's like, well, now because it's like where like landing with the Chargers now, it feels better than it would have a month ago because I was super high on like Trey Harris, and it just didn't feel like there was a spot for him.
Trey Harris stinks. Sorry, D-Bro. D-Bro's in here. He's a big Trey
D-Bro's, yeah.
Dude, they're BFFs. Just 2 years ago, Herbert targeted Keenan 11.5 times per game. Look at our projections. Like our projections are crazy. We have Keenan Allen ahead of Stephon Diggs, ahead of Chris Olave.
I know. That's why I can't believe you didn't let me take him just now. He went, by the way.
Oh, well then I screwed up then. I was looking at ADP, but of course his ADP has jumped a ton.
No, his ADP means nothing right now. All right.
Yeah, you're right. That was just me being a best ball novice.
Do you want to go with
Douglas?
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, I should have talked you into it. Really, that's on me for not talking you into it. Because it was like, there's no way he's coming back to you. Because the landscape right now is like his ADP has moved up significantly, but like it doesn't actually reflect where he goes in drafts right now. D-Bro calls us 2 kings, and then Scott just craps all over him. Sad stuff.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm excited for tonight. Gonna watch Jacksonville's preseason game, see Travis Hunter's usage. Really excited about that. Gonna watch UFC tonight. Really excited
Nice.
about that. Today's a fun Saturday. Road trip tomorrow.
Where is the sorry, what time does the UFC start tonight?
6.
Do you know? Okay.
Let me
I
check.
might play DFS, not sure yet.
I have my alarm set for when it starts. Prelims are 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Oh
So
crap. All right. Then I'm not going to play DFS. 'Cause I'm not gonna do it.
prelims aren't great. Main card's pretty good. Steve Urseg, co-main, Fluffy Hernandez, main event. I feel like Drew is a UFC guy.
Drew sort of is. It's really Justin Steele is the UFC guy. He gives us the UFC picks.
Nice.
Yeah, 3 prelims to 3. Sad. Now I can't play.
I have a defunct UFC podcast that no one listens.
I know. Yeah. It's because you need to do it on like DFS or betting or something. Like people
It was
to draw in. Oh, it was betting. Okay. If you had done DFS, I would have listened to it. But because I can't bet here, I was like, in theory, I was like, I should listen to this podcast, but like I don't bet. So like what's the point for me? Also, I didn't actually play DFS that much for UFC, so it's just not really my.
I don't know how to play. Like, I don't think it's a fun game. Because like
I think it's a super fun game. So I disagree with you
UFC
about
DFS.
That. Yeah, it's super fun.
Because I remember watching a fight where this guy just like 10-8 round, 10-8 round, 10-8 round, just destroyed the other guy on the feet. The other guy did absolutely nothing except took that guy down twice and just held him there. Didn't throw any punches or whatever. And just the way UFC scoring worked, the shitty guy scored more points, and I was just like, I'm done with this. Where it's like as a fantasy nerd, I should be like, oh, you just game this like a target hog PPR cheat code, right? But I just resented it so much that I couldn't get into it. Basil Tutin's like a sick play. Zach Ertz is really safe. Braylon Allen is a great value. See, this is like if I had 5 DraftKings drafts under my belt, we could have had such a better team because I just don't.
We'll do this again. Let's do this again. Best ball week is coming up August 18th through the 24th, DraftKings best ball week. So I'll be drafting a ton. So if you're around that week,
for sure. I'm going to want to promote our special secret surprise once it drops.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want Basil Tutin, Braylon Allen?
Yeah, either one.
I have 1 billion shares of Basil Tutin and not that much.
All right, take
Braylon Allen. So let's yeah. Oh, also week 8 bye, we have a bunch of those.
Have you heard the rumor?
What's the rumor?
Jerry Jones is going to be trading for Breece Hall.
Is that a real rumor?
I mean, it's real, but I just made it up 5 minutes ago.
Okay, this is the Scott Barrett rumor. I mean, that would be fun. That'd be so fun.
It would be sick. It would be sick.
It would kill my Jaden Blue.
There has been word on the streets that Jerry's trying to trade for a premium running back, something like that. But
all right,
I guessed it was James Cook, and then I kind of thought it over for a little bit longer, and I feel like Breece Hall would be really. And you've seen some passive aggressive tweets from Breece Hall, so definitely could be.
I have seen some of those. Exodia is what Tyler calls his wiener. His wife left him. Sad. What's going on, Tyler?
Oh, emo cowboy, right?
That's emo cowboy. Yeah.
Wow, that's why he's emo. His wife left him.
Somebody else suggested Travis Etienne could be.
Oh, he's maybe, dude. He's so washed. I think.
Does Jerry think he's washed though? Because
Jerry likes washed guys. That's the thing.
Exactly.
That's his type. He's into it because he's washed.
Yeah.
Although I love Jerry Jones. I'm a big Jerry Jones fan.
How could anybody be a Jerry Jones fan?
Dude, he is the fucking man. He is living like the life that we all want. His life story. I'm gonna do a Twitter thread on it. His life story is insane. He just does what the fuck he wants and like plays fantasy with the number 1 franchise in all of sports.
Oh yeah, I had a good burn, but let's make our pick first. So this is by ADP.
Oh, we got to take Wandale.
Are you for real?
You know I'm not.
Okay.
Alec Pierce, your boy. Can you click on wide receiver though?
Yeah.
Jack Blech.
We got 8 seconds.
Oh shit. Go to all.
Okay. We got Alec Pierce.
All right, that's your boy. Hey, he best deep threat in the game last year. He led the. This is the thing is like, dude. Here's a sick rumor. I'm just gonna make up.
Another one. Okay. Let's keep
Andrew
going.
Luck is coming out of retirement.
I love that. I love that fake rumor.
Dude, how sick would the Colts be if they had a real quarterback? Tyler Warren is a fucking dog, and then you have the ass god Adonai Mitchell as a wide receiver for Alec Pierce, the best deep threat in the game last year, most deep receiving yards of any player. You have Josh Downs, like a goated up slot wide receiver, target hog. Michael Pittman, super dependable. He had that back injury last year. Before that, he would look like a dude you would give top 15 money to. And but he had fucking Tim Tebow 2.0 at quarterback. Daniel Jones, who like I'm a Giants fan, like we know what Daniel Jones is. Get this offense a competent quarterback. How sick would that be?
That would be pretty fun. I don't think it's coming. I don't think it's going to happen. No, coming out of retirement, but would be fun. Thank you for, Bruce says, hit the like button. Would appreciate it if you all would hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so. And if you want to get alerts when I go live, hit the little notification bell. You'll get all of those alerts. Luck Mitchell stack. That would be, I should just start drafting Andrew Luck right now. Be the only person in the contest with an Andrew Luck Mitchell stack. I guess I don't have Mitchell yet.
I don't factor in trades into my rankings, but I do think about like Michael Pittman getting traded. That seems like something that might happen.
Unfortunately, I factored in Khalil Herbert trade rumors all of last summer. I was like, what if he gets traded to the Cowboys or something?
Right.
And then he scored 0 fantasy points. That's not true. I think he had 1 week where he scored a touchdown and like barely made some of my lineups, but that was not fun having Khalil. All right, so my burn was going to be, so your hatred for UFC scoring, it's similar to your hatred for Wan'Dale Robinson, because like he scores all these fantasy points with the PPR, and you're like, those shouldn't count. He only got 3 yards, and I'm like, but that's 1.3 fantasy points. So it's sort of similar. You want things to be like, you want fantasy scoring to reflect how good the player actually is, as opposed to.
My thing with him is he has no ceiling. He has these double-digit target games. Although he did burn me, I think week 16 or weeks out, he had like 18. Still though, not tournament winning upside. But yeah, the worst player in football last year by EPA per target, led the league in third down targets by like 50 and ranked like 29th in third down, first down conversions, which is like so impossible to do. And I'm a Giants fan, so I just hate his guts.
Fair.
How many quarterbacks do we have?
We have 2. We have Burrow and Drake May.
Okay. And what quarterbacks are available?
Stafford is there.
With a healthy back, any quarterbacks?
Russell Wilson, Daniel Jones, Tyler Shuck, Fedora Sanders, Jackson Dart.
Falls it to us.
Stafford.
Oh, mother.
Okay. We also, Gesicki is here too if you wanted to stack.
That really sucks that Stafford's off. I'm butthurt over that.
I know that was kind of painful. Ja'Cory Krusky Merritt, you buying that hype?
I'm not, but I mean, I get that ADP. That's great. That's great.
Should we take him? Do you want to take him?
Whatever you want. I'm cool with all these guys.
Let's stack up Gesicki.
All right. The thing with Ja'Cory is like, he didn't impress me by the stats. I know D-Bro is a big stats believer, but the thing with him is like, you have to adjust for the level of competition. And once you do that, it wasn't impressive. Brett watched the film and said he kind of just seemed like just a guy, but I don't know. Running back position isn't one, is like more touch driven than talent driven. The beat writers keep, glazing him. So, maybe I think at this cost, that's fine.
Yeah. He still goes late enough that I think it's worth it. I'm with you. Like I'm not going to chase him up to the 12th round or whatever, but he goes pretty late. And you can, like, especially in 20 rounds, you can afford. I mean, I say this and then I'm like, I feel like actually a lot of the data points would suggest it's wrong. I was going to say you can afford some zeros. I think you can afford some zeros in 20 rounds. Take some potential swings on zeros, but can't take that many. Yoshivas went 1 pick after us. Interesting.
Wow.
Are you in on Yoshivas at all this year, or would Burton be the better click?
I don't like either. I think it's like a committee for the number 3 with like Jasicki and Yoshi both mixing in. So I just don't see, that really moving the needle in any because it's not Tyler Boyd. Like Tyler Boyd was
Right.
an 80% route share guy, and now it's just the Higgins Chase show. Can we pull up ADP? Because
Yep.
Sanders is strong. Jacory's fine. How many tight ends do we have?
We have 3 now.
We have 3 now.
So this is
We
running
need
back.
a quarterback, but I just don't know that I want any of these guys who aren't going to start 17 games.
We would probably get one of them in the 18th round or the 20th round. I mean,
Yeah, even so.
this is running back.
I mean, hey, we took Burrow early, so maybe that's what it is. What about wide receivers?
This is wide receivers. All right,
Yikes.
we're getting Jacory.
Okay.
Pretty nice spot where this is pretty late for him right now.
Yeah, can you just scroll down on wide receivers?
Yep.
Just keep going. Horton, Tesla, Deontay, Coker. Yeah, it's kind of rough out here. Hunter Renfro. Shout out Hunter Renfro. I have Crohn's disease. He has what is it? Ulcerative colitis. He was hospitalized multiple times. He lost like 60 pounds. And now he's back and he's just like routing dudes up. So shout out to Hunter Renfro. Oh, do you know I quit nicotine, Neil?
No, I didn't know that. Good for you.
Yeah. Guess how many days clean I am?
3.
I'm going to pull it up. I have my app. I was really worried about me quitting nicotine. I'm 100 days today. 100 days.
100 days? No way.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Exactly 100 today. I was really worried. I was like, if I ever quit nicotine, you should short fantasy point stock. But once I hit the 70-day mark, I feel like I went back to normal. I do like abuse caffeine like an insane person now.
I mean, so that's more, that's like everybody does, and it's less bad for you.
Right. Exactly.
Bruce, what do you, I feel like this was like you missed a comment, but I don't think I did. People talking about their phone a friend. Would you call Scott Barrett? Would you call Davis Maddock? It depends on the question. I'm not putting anybody, not answering this question. This is a trap.
Yeah, don't pit me against Davis. Davis is so entertaining. I'm a big
Davis is super entertaining.
I was saying the other day, he reminds me of like the modern Brad Evans. Like my favorite fantasy
from Yahoo
in high school. Yeah, it was Brad Evans, who like reading his article was like so much fun, and he was like great on camera. And Davis is just so entertaining. I was just gonna say something though.
Was it about the draft or about fantasy analysts?
Weren't we talking about changing up the format of?
Yes. Yeah.
So we should ask our viewers like what they prefer, what they suggest.
Yeah, I mean, people watching right now, do you have any suggestions for outside the box ways we could change up the format? So far, we've just been doing go position by position, talk about who we like that week in DFS. Usually go for an hour and a half. We got a little bit shorter this year. We've been trying to make it a little bit shorter. But yeah, if you have any thoughts, let us know.
Mason Taylor is a solid pick. Miles Sanders is a solid pick. I know he's hurt right now, but like Beats were saying he might be the starting running back. Tyler Lockett could just be like a dude who has 3 spike weeks and is just nothing the rest of the time. When you're this late, it's like Daniel Jones we could take just.
Yeah, we could do that. We got the stack there.
Or Jackson Dart, who, hey, Jackson Dart's a better, because like if Dart does start, it's going to be the second half, right?
True. All right, we did it. We did Jackson Dart.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm going to remove Daniel Jones. We've got 3 quarterbacks.
All right. Can I see how many of each position we have again?
Yep. So we're at 3, 6, 6, 3.
So I'll read off the team. Receivers probably is smart.
Yeah, I mean our wide receivers. We do. We have Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Jerry Jeudy, Jordan Addison, Pop Douglas, and Alec Pierce. So yeah, we need a little help at wide receiver, I think. Running backs were pretty strong. We got Jahmyr Gibbs, Kenneth Walker, RJ Harvey, Ramondre Stevenson, Braylon Allen, and Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Quarterbacks, we have Joe Burrow, Jackson Dart, and Drake May. I guess tight ends, we have Jake Ferguson, David Njoku, and Mike Gesicki. So yeah, I think wide receiver.
Tutu Atwell is a decent pick this late. $10 million man. He got paid way more than Keenan Allen.
Really strong coach speak.
Yeah, the beat writers are saying like he's just like the motion guy. Like every single play, Tutu Atwell's in motion. So you're talking about a round 19 pick. That's fine.
So this is about ADP.
Alec Yomanor is another good pick. Or Devon Veely is another. Actually, those guys are all sick. Kavontae Turpin is like the thinking man's Marvin Mims.
I go for a lot of Kavontae Turpin late.
So you're a thinking man.
I'm a thinking man. I'm a dreaming man. Is what I really am. Because I'm like, what if he's the starting running back and the wide receiver 3? All right, Tutu Atwell. DJ Giddens went. We could go any of these. Do you have a preference?
I'll take whoever's most expensive. I'll take Veely.
Well, this is by ADP. It would be Tyler Lockett's actually the most expensive.
Whatever, screw it. Trust Chris. Chris is the man.
Veely, all right.
Unless it's Xavier Worthy.
Debro also super out on Xavier Worthy. That's funny that you guys are really out on Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, I was just talking to Rich Rebar about it. He went on Davis Maddox show and he said basically the same thing I said, and he got destroyed for it. And he was like, yeah, where do you have Xavier Worthy? I'm like, well, I have him behind Ricky Pearsall and behind like a bunch of other names. He's like, oh, okay, good. So yeah, it's just, but that's Sean Siegel's guy, and Sean Siegel is really smart, and is the guy who's like alone on an island about a player, and then proven right more often than almost anyone else.
Yeah. Wake says Scott blowing fat clouds after he tells me a Galaxy Room play for the DFS slate that week is a big part of the confidence I put into using them. That is true. So we're gonna miss. Can you smoke something that's not nicotine? Just to give us.
You know what? I bought like zero nicotine something, and I just hated it. So it's in a drawer somewhere. So, or a desk. Yeah. So maybe
you say a draw. I forget that you're Southern sometimes.
Drawer.
Yeah.
It's actually
You're
like
not actually Southern.
New Jersey. I can't say the word water. I just get destroyed for it.
You say water?
Water.
Do the Rhode Island thing?
Yeah, I do. Although we have Brett Whitefield, who's Midwestern, and he says talent constantly.
He says
like he's not very talented.
Oh God.
I know. Yeah. And he says it constantly because you have to. That's his job.
Yeah, he's part of he's a talent evaluator.
I know.
Oh no, poor guy. Ryan says, do outside the box early in the morning so that Scott suffers more. I would be down, except for I would also suffer more. Neither of us is morning people. So I'm out on that suggestion.
I actually just bought from Amazon smelling salts because I thought it would be. So I die on my Sunday morning stream with John Proctor every Sunday morning. I'm just like coughing and dying. That's partly why I quit nicotine. But now I have smelling salts to wake me up. So nice. You see, they got banned by the NFL.
I did see that. Or no, the NFL teams can't provide them anymore, is what I've heard. Is that they actually are not banned. Players can still use them. The team just can't provide them.
I would have to fade George Kittle and Baker Mayfield if they ban them for real.
Yeah. All right. So here are the top wide receivers available. Actually, this is
Tutu. Turpin is Jake's boy. Shout out Jake. But Atwell feels like he's going to be on the field for 40 rounds a game.
All right. If he's there, we'll take Atwell.
If not, we'll take Turpin. So we're doing good.
All right. Nice. There it is. Final team.
Let's review it.
Joe Burrow, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Joe Burrow unstacked, which is key.
No, we have Gesicki. We
do. Okay, so here's what happens.
I tricked you.
Week 17, Jamar Chase, donut. T. Higgins, 2 catches, 25 yards, no touchdowns. Mike Gesicki, 3 catches, 267 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Love it. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in for this narrative.
Okay.
That's how we win all the money. You could give us favorite stacks at the beginning of the show, then talk about who scores the most points and why something not every show does. Helps get on the players that not everyone is on is key.
Well, I'm the anti-stacking guy. Well, not really anti.
Not in DFS. Not in DFS.
Oh, okay.
He's talking about outside the box.
Oh, okay. I see.
All right, let's go over the team. And then we can get back to the outside the box question. All right, so Joe Burrow, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kenneth Walker, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Jerry Jeudy, David Njoku. Oh, we didn't do a Cleveland stack, so we got Jeudy, or we didn't add a Cleveland quarterback. Could have done that. David Njoku, RJ Harvey, Jordan Addison, Drake May, Ramondre Stevenson, Jake Ferguson, Pop Douglas, Braylon Allen, Alec Pierce, Mike Gesicki, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Jackson Dart, Devon Vele, and Tutu Atwell. It's a 3-6-8-3, which I think is like the most standard DraftKings build is 3-6-8-3. I think it works out. I think this team looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Oops, and I left that up.
I think it won $2 million.
$2 million.
Yeah.
Well, we'll split it.
Maybe
1 million each.
Maybe 3.
Could it? Yeah, I mean, it actually couldn't. That's actually impossible. But 2 we could do because
all right.
There's no like regular season prize or anything. So like 2 million is just the top prize you can get. So unless you're gonna like bet somebody on the side, maybe $1 million, then we could win 3. Bet. Okay. Let's see. Jack says, I don't know if I heard the original question, but each week break down every
sleet
from a game theory perspective, maybe game from a game theory perspective from low to high Vegas projected totals. Could talk through teams by entering a lineup in each show. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Like all the different showdowns that they do for the main slate. So we see the $200 picks that have a path to fantasy points. That's kind of interesting. Nice. Peter's using your picks on Yahoo right now. Okay. Anyway, nice team. I think that's a nice team. We'll continue to talk. So you guys can continue to throw out, if you're watching this after the fact, comment under the video thoughts on what we could change for outside the box. Or we could keep the same format. Just think it might be fun to mix things up. So if you have ideas for us, let us know. Scott, I know I'm going to do another draft now. You had some things to do, so you were undecided if you had the time. I also know UFC.
I just had Uber Eats dropped off, so I'm gonna go eat that and watch some UFC. But I had a blast. Happy to come on again next week, do another one of these.
Yeah, let's do that. It's August 18th through the 24th. I'll be in touch. We'll schedule something. Cool. All right, Scott, it's a lot of fun as always. Appreciate you. See you soon. Enjoy your food.
Love you, Neil.
Love you too. All right. Bye, Scott. All right. I'm going to do one more draft here. Let me move there we go. All right. We're doing one more. If you want to get in. Tell you when. Getting in now. Appreciate the reminder from Peter. Smash the like button if you have not already done so. Hit the little notification bell if you want to get alerts when I go live. Of course, I'd love it if you subscribe to the channel. All right, so I am in the 8 hole. I don't hate it. I think the 8 hole is pretty good. 6 hole remains the dream, I think. Just easily the best spot to draft right now. But the 8's not bad. Is anybody else in here with me? I will be using the sidekick for this one. Yes, JJ McCarthy about to give us a taste of what's taking us to the promised land this year. Exactly. I should have that on. I should be watching the Vikings. I actually don't know what time that starts. You can see how little I'm into preseason football. But I do want to watch JJ McCarthy. Like it's a little bit different. So I have not planned ahead to watch the Vikings, but I am very, very curious to see JJ in action. Oh, it's right now? Okay, shoot. Well, keep me updated. Got nice plans tonight, going out to eat on a patio with my wife. We got married at a park that is there's a restaurant, old timey restaurant here in St. Paul that was not in service at the time we got married. It had closed down. Didn't think it was ever going to come back. Actually, a haunted place, and they're back now. So we're going to go eat at this patio. Should be fun. Doing that after the stream. Vikings Texans. All right. That's I have a lot invested in that. I want to see how Jaden Higgins does. How does Woody Marks look? Is Dameon Pierce getting run? Going to answer a lot of questions for us. McCaffrey at the 5 in this one. The dream is dead. For a second there, I thought, am I going to get Jahmyr Gibbs at the 108? No such luck. I'm going to go Malik Neighbors here. I think. I do like Nico Collins quite a bit. No, I'll go Neighbors. It would have been Puka for me, but I have a lot of Puka and, slight concern with the Stafford stuff. Plus, it's a week 8 bye. Probably want a week 8 bye at 17 a lot of the time. I don't know. I still take Puka there a lot of the time, but I have my bags are packed with Puka. There's no great place to put the sidekick with my screen the way it is. Puka at the 112's got to feel pretty good, though. I did just get Derrick Henry at the pick 19 in a draft this afternoon. That was kind of fun. I don't have a lot of Derrick Henry, but as he falls, I'll start getting more. I think people are a little bit nervous seeing how good Keaton Mitchell looked. So this is, I know I'm going to get a player like here at pick 17. There's like 4 players I really like here. So that's why I like pick, the 6th spot. Okay, I really wanted Gentry to fall. That would have been pretty sick to get Gentry on a Neighbors team. Bowers, Neighbors, week 17 matchup. Pretty classic pairing. I like Bowers quite a bit. But the nice thing about the 6 hole is like you get one of the top 6. I think that's a tier. Usually I have Gibbs over McCaffrey, but that's a tier for me. And then you also get the 2nd tier in the 2nd round at pick 19. And then usually in the 3rd round, there's a player I really like too. Whereas like in the 8 hole, I do get a great 1st and 2nd round pick, but I'm not guaranteed to get somebody I like at pick 32. So I don't know. It's not quite as good as a 6 spot, but I'll take it. Nice. Yeah, also, I say Jaden Higgins as though I think Jalen Noel is actually my highest owned player overall in best ball. Maybe Bashal Tootin, but it's pretty close between those two. So like I'm more in on Jaden Higgins, I think, but I have more Jalen Noel because of where he goes. So yeah, I want to see both of them. Vikings defense should be really good, which is one of my concerns about the offense, like drafting so much of JJ McCarthy. I'm still doing it. I'm still just leaning into my homerism this year because I think they could be really good offensively also, but they might just not need to throw that much because the defense might be really good. Is this true? Is McCarthy cooking? Oh, and Addison's playing. Interesting. So he's, even with the suspension, they're letting him play in the preseason. I didn't know he'd be playing. Anything super weird in this one? I don't think I mean, McCaffrey at 5 is like a little bit odd, or it's, not even odd. It's different than the usual. Henry goes a little bit earlier than usual here. Genty a little bit of a fall. Actually, Jonathan Taylor at 15 is pretty early. I think Sir Keith Irish must have been listening to the last draft with me and Scott, because he's going after Scott's guys here. See, these are the 3 that I really like. Like, if I can get them at 32, I'd love it. Lamar Jackson, Amari Hampton, Josh Allen, all are gone. So now it's like, all right, I guess I'll take somebody who's always available here. I do really like Devontae Adams. I think I'm just going to do it. Yeah, let's go Devontae Adams. Yeah, this summer, more like every summer, it feels like it flies by, but this summer more than most. It just feels like I have not had a full summer. It's kind of a bummer. Excited for football season, but I'm not ready for summer to be over. Addison locked in, love to see it. Addison is good, could easily be a 1 if he wasn't on a team with someone like Jefferson. Yeah, I mean, I think he would be the 1 on most teams. He just happens to be playing with the best receiver in football. We've seen it with when Jefferson is out, Addison just crushes. All right, who's he taking to the turn here? Jaden Daniels. Is he going to go Terry also? No. All right. Worthy at 38 in this one. JSN a little bit of a faller in this draft. DK Metcalf, 39. All right, JSN finally goes. Do I go Breece Hall here? I had another player that I had. I was going to take Kenneth Walker. Then Breece Hall falls. I guess I'll do that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have no issue with taking both Denver running backs. Rob asked, how do you feel about taking both Denver running backs? Do you think they could do what Achane and Mostert did a few years ago, or is it too much draft capital? I think it's okay. I think, like, if either of them was going a little bit earlier, I might not love it. But I mean, you get RJ Harvey at like the 5-6 turn, and then you can get. I guess then where do you take J.K. Dobbins? So you're at pick 60 and then 84, 108. I think you even get him at 108. I think it's okay. Or, maybe a couple picks earlier than that for both. So maybe it's 58 and 106 or whatever. I think it's okay. I think that like they're going to run it enough and throw it to their running backs enough that they could both pay off. It's not like my favorite thing. It's not something I'm targeting, but I think I will have some teams that have both of them. Because I think it's like 1A, 1B situation, or both. They could just like alternate good weeks. They could hit in the same week, I think, with enough passing volume. I'm not expecting, I think Jaleel McLaughlin might be involved a little bit. I'm not really concerned about Aldrich Estime being involved. So I think if they're good, if they play well enough, it might just be those two. I'm not sure that Jaleel McLaughlin is like guaranteed much of a role. Man, Kenneth Walker came all the way to 54. I was getting my hopes up. See, this guy's getting the dream draft right here. This 3-hole draft that's a beauty. I'm going to take Trevion Henderson here just because I think he's going to continue rising up draft boards. What pick are we at? Yeah, like this isn't even really higher than he's been going. Maybe he won't. Maybe he won't move up as much as I'm anticipating. But I have not, in my slow drafts, when I'm on the clock around here, he has not been available. So I think for now, I'm gonna lean in. If he does not start screaming up boards, then I'll lay off a little bit. But for now, when he's available around this pick, I'll take my Trevion shares. And Chuba, better on underdog, full PPR, kind of tough. I did a drafters draft yesterday where I got James Conner at pick 70. That was fun. That's one I streamed. Hunter goes. All right, so the Jaden Daniels drafter did add Debo to the stack. Ooh. All right. Waddle's off the board. 2 running backs, 2 receivers. I don't love my options here. Guess I could go Olave. I mean, I like RJ Harvey. It's just because I already have 2 running backs. I don't know. That's a tough spot for me. Yeah, this guy's just getting this is by far, I think, the best draft on the board right now. Jefferson, Brown, Lamar Jackson, Jameson Williams, Kenneth Walker, RJ Harvey. I guess he didn't get Zay Flowers. He was probably hoping for Zay Flowers, but then he gets a falling Kenneth Walker. If you can add on some stack for Lamar, it's a beauty. That's why the 6 hole is the dream. Have the Vikings scored at all? You're saying they're doing well, but like, did they score a touchdown? Oh, was McCarthy running a little bit? Love to hear that. He always had some wheels. It's just, with the injury last year, I think there's been some concern he might not run as much this year. All right, field goal. At least they scored. Our team is more aggressive in the preseason. I kind of assumed that they would be, but I guess maybe they want to give their kicker game situations too. All right, adding Pacheco here. So now I'm 0-3-3-1. Breece Hall, Trevian Henderson, Malik Neighbors, Devontae Adams, Chris Olave, Brock Bowers, Isaiah Pacheco is the team so far. It's okay. Like, it's not, I'm not upset with my team, just not getting the dream fallers. Teams have been going for it. So they got a 4th down with McCarthy's wheels. Love to hear it. Do we know how many quarters or drives or what the limitations are on the Vikings offense starters? Like, are they going to get a full half together? That'd be fun. Adding B-Rob onto the Commanders stack. I have not drafted much Brian Robinson. Oh, it takes Jordan Mason. Do I have any quarterbacks I need to take here? No, man. My quarterback outs are not great. Looking like a backstack team. This is a slow, fast draft. People are using the clock quite a bit. All right. I mean, this is the first. This is a dream for me. Jordan Addison coming back to me at 89. I know it's not that far past ADP, and he's probably falling right now, but love that. All right, local radio here in Minnesota. Wake Herd, full first quarter, maybe start the second for the Viking starters. Okay. I just want one touchdown highlight. That's all I really want. Or maybe I don't want it. Maybe that'll drive up the prices. Like Trevian Henderson scores 100-yard touchdown as a kick returner, and now everybody's in. I guess I don't want to drive up the price of the Vikings. but I also like watching highlights. That's a struggle. So coming up on this channel, I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow. Maybe I'll change my mind and just do one. But Monday with Mathology. Don't know exactly what we're going to talk about yet. Maybe we'll do a drafters draft. I don't know. We'll see. Wednesday, Pat Kerrang coming on for the 3 o'clock Eastern stream. I think I'll probably do 3 Best Ball Manias on that one. And then I will be on Best Ball Guys channel after I'm done on my channel. I think that's it that I have coming up. And then I'll probably throw in another random stream at some point, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Haven't figured that out yet. But those are the known ones are Monday, Wednesday. All right. Godwin. Man, for a team that's all waiting on back sacks, would not hate to just take Fields here. I'm thinking about that. I might just do that. I am just going to do that. Fields, Breece Hall. Got a little stack. So the team so far, I've got 1 quarterback, 3 running backs, 4 receivers, and a tight end. Justin Fields, Breece Hall, Trevion Henderson, Malik Neighbors, Devontae Adams, Chris Olave, Brock Bowers, Isaiah Pacheco, and Jordan Addison. I'm digging it. Yeah. Looking solid. Agreed. Like it's not beating the world, but like this team could advance, could do some damage. You never really know. As long as it gets there, we'll have a fighting chance. It's not like, yeah, like I said, not my favorite team. How's the 6 hole looking now? Interesting. They went Hawkinson. Don't hate that. I probably would have gone Andrews there, but maybe not. Gets a little fall on Hawkinson. Buying the dip on Mooney like that. Yeah, team's still looking good. All right, Stroud off the board. I think I got to go get my guy. JJ McCarthy, come on down. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre to me that Andrews' price has not moved much at all with the likely injury. I mean, he was already probably too cheap. I kind of thought he was going to skyrocket to like 7th or 8th round. Barely moved. When will you start your DFS breakdowns this season? Week 1. I mean, I'll be doing showdown show for the, I assume it's Thursday Night Football, week 1. And I'll be doing it for every Thursday night, Monday night, Sunday night football game. Same stuff as last year. I'll be doing live before locks for all of those. Or not quite. I think I'll probably continue to do I start right when actives come out, go for an hour, give myself, I mean, usually I go a little bit longer than an hour, give myself 20 minutes to build my lineups. Yeah, so it'll be the same thing on this channel as it was last year. Then I'll be doing Outside the Box with Scott on Saturdays. Sounds like I'll be doing Cage Match again with Jake Kribbe on Wednesdays for fantasy points. Sunday morning show with Roto Grinders. Not sure about the 4for4 show yet. They have not locked anything in there. But yeah, basically all the same stuff that I was doing last year. I've kind of alluded to this on other streams, but this year my showdown shows are going to be sponsored by Run the Sims. So I'll be using the Run the Sims to make the lineups. I think I'll be doing, so last year, the first half of the year, I did shows with Ship My Money, Adam Scher on Mondays and Thursdays in the around noon. And then we didn't do it in the second half of the year. I think we're going to bring those back this year. Yeah, I'm excited. Scattaboo goes. So we're at 2, 3, 4, 1. I'm gonna go Burden. I feel like the leg up guys, I think, have made a pretty big adjustment to Dalton Kincaid recently. Something has made them like Dalton Kincaid. Yeah, love is the price is good on DraftKings. Jalen Noel, really love to hear that. Yeah, Outside the Box, that'll be on the Fantasy Points channel again on Saturdays. Scott and I were talking about if you have ideas for a new format, we're always open to it. We're not totally sold on the format that we've been doing. The format from last year where we just went position by position, talked through it. I think it worked fine. It's a pretty standard format, but we're open to potentially changing it. Nick Chubb. He's still going pretty early on DraftKings, which is interesting to me. Not buying it right now. There was a brief period where I was back in on Chubb, but I don't love it. All right, so this is right at the point where it's a little bit of a reach. Going to do it anyway. I think he's going to continue to rise. Going to get a Keenan Allen share. 2, 3, 6, 1. I'll probably go one more receiver. This might be a 3-7-7-3 team. We'll see. I'll probably take the values. Oh, it is. Okay. No Cap Maxes. I heard Pat say the Shakir injury has made them higher on Kincaid. Yeah, that's interesting. Makes sense. And yeah, he obviously could just take another step. I've been buying it some, when he comes up on the sidekick a lot of the time. I'll take it, just not always. You like Woody Marks? Yeah, I think Woody Marks is just a better value right now. I also take Dameon Pierce late. Glad to hear you love the format. Yeah, I mean, Scott's he'll sometimes be hold back a little bit on outside the box. But if you're a subscriber, like he wants to protect the value for subscribers, so he holds back some things, but most weeks he'll share all of his thoughts. Yeah, I guess I've been expecting Shakir back week 1, but I guess it's not guaranteed. Dylan Sampson goes at 143. I thought about taking him with my pick. I feel like people have just gotten bored with Dylan Sampson. Like that pick has gotten boring for people. I'm still into it. Okay, Kincaid went. Facial Tootin makes it all the way back. Happy about that. So I'm at 2-4-6-1. Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers, Devontae Adams, Breece Hall, Travion Henderson, Chris Olave, Isaiah Pacheco, Jordan Addison, Justin Fields, JJ McCarthy, Luther Burden, Keenan Allen, and Facial Tootin is the team. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a very fun show for us. I think just 2 years now. Feels like we've been doing it for forever, but I think it's actually just 2 years so far. I do a good job of just shutting up and letting Scott talk mostly. This guy's getting all the slappy running backs, and I'm jealous. As a slappy, Bigsby, Blue, Braylon Allen, just super slap. Even Jordan Mason. I guess Brian Robinson, I feel like is like the anti-slap running back, but Jordan Mason, Mixon, I don't know if he qualifies. Mason, Bigsby, Blue, Allen. It's a fun RB room. Actually, maybe Bigsby doesn't count because Facial Tootin is really the slappy pick. But I think right now, Bigsby counts. All right, Stafford or Geno? Stafford goes. All right, Geno Smith. Now the 6 hole has Jordan Love. Are they going to get Romeo Doubs to fall back to 163? Continue living the dream. I guess they've only got 3 running backs, though. Maybe they prefer Quinshon Judkins. I don't know. Interesting. Starters done for the Vikings. Yeah, Mason. I'm a huge Mason fan. But like I said, I am a slappy, so that adds up. Yeah, I think I'm higher than the field on Geno this year. Like I should say, I'm higher on him than most. Like I think where he goes, I think he's a really strong value. I think that offense could be pretty good. I think he's gonna have to throw a lot. I think he's like a decent fantasy football player. Better fantasy player, I think, than real life. Because he can make mistakes in real life. But then we'll still chuck it. Yep. We all agree. I don't have much of a plan for this team right now. All right, let's see. I should make a plan. 3-4-6-1. Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers, Devontae Adams, Breece Hall, Trevion Henderson, Chris Olave, Isaiah Pacheco, Jordan Addison, Justin Fields, JJ McCarthy, Luther Burden, Keenan Allen, Bashal Tootin, Geno Smith. I'll probably try to stack up Justin Fields with some late pick. I'm done at quarterback. Probably need 1 to 2 more running backs. Wide receiver, I mean, Addison's going to miss some time. Probably want 1 more. Maybe 2 more tight ends. I don't know. This might just end up as a classic 3-6-8-3. Ooh, Jerome Ford. That would have been the dream for me, most likely. Yep, I meant to queue him up, not take him. I think it's fine though. But yeah, that was I probably would not have taken Dante Thornton. It was just the first player I thought of. I don't think I want Cade Otton on this team because I think I might try to add Mason Taylor since I have Justin Fields. Yeah, exactly. Interceptions do just mean more passing. Yeah, Bryce Young, looking good in the preseason. He's running. I think he's a really strong pick. Yeah, too hot for flannel in Minnesota today. I could wear like fake flannel. I do have some of those, but Geno, Genty, Bowers, and you throw on Myers on those stacks. Interesting. I have a lot more Scatterbo than Sharbs. I feel like they're sort of different bets. Like Sharbs is like only a contingency upside bet, but the contingency upside is, we've seen it, is super high for Sharbs. Whereas Scatterbo could have standalone value. I think it's really close for me. If it sounds like you have a lot more Sharbs, so yeah, I would start mixing in some Scatterbo. I'm doing the opposite right now. I have a ton of Scatterbo. I'm mixing in more Sharbs now, but I think both are, they're very different, but both are pretty strong picks where they go. Shipley. Yeah, Shipley. Come on down. Yeah, I know. Real flannel though, not a summer shirt, not summer attire. Let's see, do I have any right here? Here we go. Here's a fake flannel. What is the actual material here? just saw the tag and then I lost it. There we go. I can't find what this actually is. Oh, it's 100% cotton. Okay. I would have thought it was some kind of blend. But yeah, I've got some fake flannels for the summer. Plenty of real flannels for the winter also. Justice Hill on the Lamar stack. That's fun. Higbee, that's one of my guys. All right, who else do I have? Fields, McCarthy, and Gino. All right, we'll go Mason Taylor. I do kind of think Trey Tucker is a strong pick. For a while, the sidekick was giving me a lot of Trey Tucker. It seems like he is probably going to be a starter and not drafted that much. All right, so we're at 3-5-7-2. Normally Higbee is like my late round tight end throw on. But actually there are several that I like. Kind of sad the Viking starters are. That was, exciting to hear about. Did they only play one drive? They must have played at least two, right? All right, Rashard Smith, is that the pick for me? Could be. Queue him up. Man, tight end's a little bit thin. Yeah, we'll go Rashard. This is going to be the final draft today on this channel. Fun having Scott back on. We'll have him back on for Best Ball Week. Keaton Mitchell at 213. He has not seemingly moved up much. I think I saw a tweet suggesting he might start screaming up draft boards. I don't think Like I'm not chasing him up at all. Somebody asked me that yesterday. You're going to chase Keaton Mitchell up the draft boards? If he starts rising, I'm definitely not going to. I think he's a fine pick, like in the 18th round, but I don't think he has much standalone value. And there's just a lot of running backs who have both standalone and contingent value. So I don't totally get it. I mean, again, I think he's fine. I'm just not like need to get Keaton Mitchell. That's not how I feel. Three, 6, 7, 2 right now. I'm gonna go Theo Johnson. I like Josh Reynolds, but there's a lot of wide receivers I like here. And the tight ends are pretty thin. Also, I've already got the little week 17 game stack, Giants versus Raiders. Build on to that a little bit. If you haven't already done so, if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the little notification bell to get alerts when I go live. All very appreciated. If you comment under the video, always helpful. Probably not going to get to 5,000 before the NFL season, but you know, guy can dream. I didn't realize I've got my banner up for the drafters stream, but it's still true. If you use promo code PlayerQ, you can get your first deposit matched up to $100 on drafters. There is a link in the description of this video for the draft one, get one offer on DraftKings as well. Use promo code flannel to get, I think it's 10% off any Fantasy Points product. Might be 15, I don't remember exactly. Final pick of the stream. Yeah, I think Josh Reynolds. Let me just double check. Ooh, a lot of players I like here. I'll go Josh Reynolds for the stack. There you go. Final team. Justin Fields, Breece Hall, Trevion Henderson, Malik Neighbors, Devontae Adams, Chris Olave, Brock Bowers, Isaiah Pacheco, Jordan Addison, JJ McCarthy, Luther Burden, Keenan Allen, Bashal Tutin, Geno Smith, Dante Thornton, Will Shipley, Mason Taylor, Rashard Smith, Theo Johnson, and Josh Reynolds. It is the classic 3-6-8-3 build. I feel okay about it. Not like spectacular, not one of my best teams, but it's an okay one. That's going to do it. Unless anybody wants me to read off their team. I don't think anybody who's drafting with me is in chat, so I'll give it 30 seconds to see if anybody wants me to read off their team. Otherwise, I'm going to get out of here. Get ready for dinner. All right. Draft is done. It's been real. If you could, like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that, would appreciate it. Go watch some football. I'll be back on Monday at the latest with Mathology. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see. I'm going to catch you guys later. Enjoy your weekend.